But I'm just thankful of the fight and the win. And we'll keep pushing because that's what you got to do this time of year. Win or lose, you got to keep pushing, and we will. We're coming in tomorrow to watch the tape. We ain't got time for victory Mondays. And that's what I told the team.
Mike Tomlin didn't dodge the noise. He answered it. After weeks of doubt, outside criticism, and questions about his future in Pittsburgh, Tomlin responded the only way he knows how. With a gritty win, a locker room that believes, and a message that hit home across the league. As the playoff race tightens, his words and leadership are reshaping the Steelers season and reminding everyone why this team still follows him without hesitation. After the Steelers' gritty 29-24 win over the Detroit Lions, Tomlin didn't just talk about victory. He made it clear, this wasn't the finish line. This was just another step in the grind. Not long ago, Tomlin's future with the Steelers looked uncertain. A midseason slump led to speculation from ESPN, CBS Sports, and across social media. Was his run over? Would the front office move on? Even Steelers Nation was split. The buzz wasn't just local either. National media analysts questioned whether Pittsburgh needed a new voice, suggesting Tomlin's message had gone stale. Fans were calling for change after back-to-back losses, and some insiders believed Tomlin might not survive the offseason. But Tomlin, like he's done so many times before, blocked out the noise and got back to work. The victory over Detroit wasn't just another win, it was a turning point. The Lions came into the game desperate, fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive. But the Steelers brought the fight from the opening whistle. Jaylen Warren exploded for 143 rushing yards and 2 massive touchdowns, including 2 game-changing 45-yard sprints. Aaron Rodgers went 27 for 41 with 266 yards and a touchdown. And Kenneth Gainwell made one of the most unforgettable plays of the season with a miraculous 45-yard touchdown catch just before halftime. The defense also showed up in a big way. Kyle Duggar's safety in the third quarter shifted momentum and showed the kind of pressure Pittsburgh's defense is capable of generating. What stood out most was the energy. Pittsburgh looked faster, sharper, and more physical. It was clear that Tomlin had pushed the right buttons during the week leading up to the game. This win marked a historic moment for Tomlin. It secured his 19th straight non-losing season, the most ever to begin a head coaching career. It also gave him his 200th career win, including postseason victories. Only Tom Landry, 21, and Bill Belichick, 19, have more consecutive winning seasons at any point in their careers. But when asked about the achievement, Tomlin barely flinched. "I'm just so appreciative of the men I work with and the fight that they displayed individually and collectively," Tomlin said. "Certainly wasn't perfect. A lot of adversity, some of it created by us, but they didn't blink. That's what's required this time of year." He wasn't interested in reflecting on legacy. For Tomlin, the mission is always what comes next. Tomlin didn't allow the team to bask in the victory for long. Instead, he emphasized urgency. "We'll keep pushing because that's what you've got to do this time of year. Win or lose, you got to keep pushing, and we will," he said. In Tomlin's world, a December win isn't a celebration, it's a checkpoint. His message to the team was clear: stay locked in, stay humble, and don't treat December like February. He stressed the importance of momentum and maintaining standards. With playoff positioning still up for grabs, he knows one slip-up could cost them home field advantage or a critical seeding edge. With injuries piling up, the Steelers needed players to step up in unexpected roles, and they did, especially on the offensive line. "I can't say enough about Dylan Cook, for example. That's our 4th left tackle. We ran for 200-plus yards today with that guy," Tomlin said. This wasn't a team winning because of ideal circumstances. This was a team that found a way through grit, preparation, and unshakable belief in each other. And it didn't go unnoticed by their coach. "That's what team is about, and I'm just appreciative of their efforts," Tomlin added. Cook wasn't alone. Backup defenders, rotational wideouts, and special teams contributors all made key plays. The Steelers' depth has quietly become one of their greatest strengths. The Steelers' defense showed up in a major way against a Lions offense that has been potent all year. Pittsburgh held Detroit to just 15 rushing yards, a shocking stat considering the Lions' talented backfield duo of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Tomlin highlighted the importance of the defensive line's performance. "It's that time of year. You've got to do that if you want to control ball games. We've been working hard at it. Certainly, we've taken some steps back at times. I just appreciate the overall trajectory of the group. TJ Watt and Cam Hayward helped dominate the line of scrimmage. The young secondary held firm under pressure, forcing Goff into checkdowns and tight windows. It was a complete team effort. All season, national headlines focused on Tomlin's contract situation. Would the Steelers pick up his option for 2026? Would this be his final ride? That talk has gone quiet. With Pittsburgh now sitting at 9-6, riding a 3-game winning streak, and leading the AFC North, the focus has shifted back to what matters: football. Tomlin's consistency isn't just legendary, it's historic. And in a league where even top coaches struggle to sustain success, he's remained the standard. He's done it through player development, adaptability, and an unshakable belief in process over panic. If there's one thing Tomlin is most known for, it's building a locker room culture rooted in accountability and unity. The phrase "no blink group" has become something of a mantra for his teams, especially this one. Despite injuries, pressure, and a rough stretch mid-season, the Steelers never folded. They kept grinding. They kept believing. Tomlin emphasized that just the efforts of the guys. Got a bunch of second-year players in that front, so it's reasonable to expect them to get better. In the midst of it, we've experienced some attrition. In spite of all of that, they just keep on working. This isn't just coaching. It's leadership at its highest level. Aaron Rodgers, while not the centerpiece of the team's resurgence, has brought a calming veteran presence. His experience has been crucial in close games, and his chemistry with playmakers like Gainwell and Warren is growing every week. Rodgers was all business after the win. I'm going to enjoy this one, and we're going to turn on the Sunday night game and root for the Patriots. That kind of focus from your quarterback, matched with Tomlin's leadership, is the formula Pittsburgh is counting on to carry them deep into January. With 2 games left in the regular season, Tomlin's job is far from over. The Steelers are in prime playoff position, but nothing is guaranteed. Seeding, home field advantage, and momentum are all still on the line, and every snap matters more than the last. And Tomlin knows it. This game has got to look a certain way this time of year, and it certainly did. We were able to run the ball and stop the run, and we kind of rode that wave in terms of controlling the game. His message to the team was powerful and unmistakable. Don't lose focus. Don't let up. This is the time when contenders separate themselves, when discipline matters more than hype, and when preparation determines who's still standing in January. Mike Tomlin didn't just lead the Steelers to a win over the Lions, he delivered a masterclass in leadership. In the face of doubts, he didn't react with emotion. He responded with action. He kept his players grounded, elevated overlooked contributors, and demanded a level of focus and accountability that's become the trademark of his career. And now, with history made and the postseason in sight, Tomlin's Steelers are peaking at just the right moment. He silenced the critics, he inspired the locker room, and most importantly, he reminded the NFL, Mike Tomlin is far from done.